Hi everyone, welcome to just a short meeting about Calshot residential for our current year 5 pupils at Vigo. It's a bit strange doing it this way. I would usually invite all the parents and carers to come into school and we would do this meeting face to face. Obviously with the current COVID restrictions, obviously that can't apply. So today is just a little bit of information about the Calshot residential, and just to give you a little bit of a gist of what it's all about. And then from this, we'd like you to make a sort of an idea if you would be interested coming or not coming, attending basically in November. The dates for Calshot will be the first week after half term next year, straight after October half term. So the 1st to the 5th of November. To start with, I am going to show you a little video clip, so just bear with me. So I'm going to go through across from 2 screens, a little bit about it, and then we'll go into a little bit more detail about the activities, the costing, and some general questions. So just to start off with, I will share my screen with you and show a little video clip that explains what Calshot's all about. Okay, so that was just an introduction, just to a bit about Calshot's about. If you go onto Google, just type in Calshot Activity Centre, you'll be able to find loads of cool videos about all the other activities. Now, as you could see there were quite a few of the water-based activities. Because we go in November, these aren't on offer. We do all the indoor activities. So we do the skiing, we do the climbing, we do the abseiling, we do the archery, the cycling. We do go out onto the beach, but we don't actually venture into the water in our November time. Obviously, if that changes due to current circumstances, like for this year, we've had to change and we are now going in the summertime, those activities might be on offer. So it just is dependent on the time of year, because obviously in November, it's a little bit cold to go into the water. So I'm just going to share with you a type of timetable and how it would work. So let's have a little look. Fingers crossed you should be able to see this. Okay, so this is a draft sort of timetable that we used one year. And as you can see, all the children are will be split into groups. These groups are of roughly about 10 children, and each group will stay with those 10 children will stay in that group for the full week that they are at Calshot. So if you're in group 1, you'll be with that group for the whole of the whole week. Obviously, you can see that they do different activities at different times. So group 1 will do climbing first, and they do shooting. In the evening, though, you can see group 1, 2 and 3 are all together. There are also times in the day where all the children will be mixing all of the time. So at lunch, at dinner time, when we have our cinema time, when we've got some breaks and things like that. So they do get a chance to mingle with the whole year group as well. So with that group of 10, there is always one class teacher or an LSA. Generally, they are the class teachers of those who are going to be teaching in year 6. And at times, though, we've had lots of other people join. We've had students join us. We've had other class teachers across the year groups. So it will always be with a member of the Vigo team and a qualified Calshot instructor that will be with us. So as you can see, it's lots and lots of different activities. They are kept extremely busy, and they do sort of 4 or 5 activities a day. We'll leave at normal time on a Monday, and this will be the first. So come into school like normal, can be in your normal kit, your sports kit, your leggings, ready to go. You'll say farewell to your parents, and then what we'll do is we'll venture down there. It takes about an hour and a half-ish to get there, depending on traffic. We get there, we get all set up, so we get, all the children make all their beds nice and neatly. They tidy their bedrooms up. We put them all the children in all their accommodation, get all that sorted. They do a little bit of a site visit. They do all of the logistics like the fire drills and things like that, and then they go in for lunch. And then after that, all their activities start. And as you can see, it's quite a busy week. We do 2 climbs. We generally do 2 climbing sessions, just because the children build up their experience and build up their, they want to push themselves and put their confidence up. So we do 2 climbs, and you'll see that we tend to do 2 skiing. This is because these 2 activities take a little bit more skill and practice, and we know from years previous, having 2 has been far better. The children by day 2 are at the top of the ski slope, skiing down, doing all sorts of skiing tricks and things like that. So as well as obviously those activities, we go out to the forest, where we see obviously lots of the new forest wildlife. We've seen donkeys, horses, wild boar in the past. We do 2 forest trips. We do then some single activities like shooting and archery, and the cycle skills. Don't worry if you can't ride a bike, they will teach you there, and it doesn't matter if you go on the velodrome or if you just stick to the flat surface. The new activity that we took part in last year was the Aero Trek, little bit like Go Ape, and it has a big swing at the end, and all the staff love this one. One of my favourites is a team swing. This is the one that Mrs. Bray screams really loud on. And that you go up in pairs, and it's a big team effort, and they pull you up, and then you pull a string, and then you swing through the air. Have a little look online, it looks really good fun. So lots of day activities, and between each one, obviously you can see there's a little gap, and that's where they'd have their breaks. They also have a break in the middle between activities, because obviously it's quite physical work that your children will be doing. They have snacks in between and as they go. So we have breakfast. Tends to be between sort of 7:30 and 8:30, depending on our time slot and what other schools are there. We then go straight into activity at 9 o'clock. Oh, I forgot to say breakfast. You can have as whatever you'd like, really. You can have full English every day if you wanted: sausage, bacon, beans, hash browns. If you don't like that, you can just have beans on toast if you wanted. You could just have toast and marmalade. You could have just cereal. You could have yogurts, fruits. They have such a wide selection for breakfast. Then do your activity, and then at break time, they do snacks. So you can have fruit, you can have little snack pots. They do lovely flapjacks, and as obviously as much drink as you'd like to, soft drink wise. And then another activity. Then you have lunch. Again, lunch is a hot dinner, so a bit like at school, but on a slightly bigger scale. You get obviously your puddings. You can help yourself to as much salad from the salad bar as you want. They cater for all needs. So if you've got any vegetarians, vegans, if you've got any dietary requirements, they're really, really good at providing for all those needs. We do then 2 activities. We come back. Generally, we have a bit of a chill out in your rooms. You can chat with your friends who you're in the rooms with, and then you come back down for dinner. Again, hot dinner, lots of variety, and then you do your evening activities, which is in much bigger groups. I love the Ringo activity. It's like a big donut that you go to the top of the ski slope, and you get onto it and you just bounce down. It's brilliant fun. You can see we sort of finished by about 8:30. At this point, lots of the children are very hot and sweaty. So we ask them all to shower in the evening. So what we like is for them all to come back and they then all shower and they join us in the cinema room where we have a video on, or we do some colouring in and bits and bobs like that. And we tend to try and get everybody into bed for about 9 o'clock-ish, depending on obviously the shower situation. So that's the general gist of how the day looks. Let me just take that off the screen. In regards to what I know the children want to know is who they'll be sharing a room with and everything like that in the accommodation. The room sizes vary. So we can have rooms of 2 up to rooms of 5. Children will get a choice, so they'll be able to pop some children's names that they would like to share a room with. And what we'll do in school is we will have a little look. We'll send these across to Calshot and they'll have a little look, and then we allocate those rooms. The children will not find out which rooms they are in until they get to Calshot. We take in all the factors and we, with Calshot, make those decisions of who to put where. Accommodation wise, we split it. There's a boys side and a girls side. There'll always be adults on both sides of the accommodation. It's like a few rooms and then there'll be an adult and a few more rooms. Girls and boys then have obviously different shower cubicles and everything then to use. Like I said, mix could be groups of 2, could be up to a group of 5, and children will get a choice and we will take that choice on board. What else would you like to know? Oh, okay, so we've spoke about food, we spoke about the accommodation, spoke about timings. The other last few bits, if I show you, kit list, which obviously is quite important. Let me get that up for you. Not that one. That one. Why is it not coming up? Typical. Oh, keeps disappearing. I want that one. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so things to bring. This will obviously be sent to you and it'll be sent near at the time. Key bits of information are on here. You do need to bring your own bed linen, single duvet, bottom sheet, or it could just be a sleeping bag and a pillow. We do ask all the children to make their beds, so you might want to get practicing if this is something that you don't do now. And there will be prizes for the most, the tidiest bedroom and the best made bed. So I would practice if I were you. We then have obviously the bits that you generally need. So like I said, it is November, it is quite cold. Those hangar buildings are quite large. Lots of layers are ideal. So several changes of clothes are great. Tracksuit, bottom, fleece, trainers, leggings for girls are brilliant. 3 to 4 t-shirts, spare underwear and socks. Waterproof coat, if they don't have one, it doesn't matter, they can all be provided. Calshot can provide all the waterproof coats, wellies and everything like that. Nightwear, wash kit, towel, roll-on deodorant. Please don't bring any spray because this can trigger the fire alarms and we don't want that to happen. All your medical bits, and obviously nearer the time we will go through that and I will show you what needs to be filled out in regards to the medical forms. Skiing, obviously gloves, thick socks, 2 or 3 pairs, long sleeve tops. They need to have their arms and legs covered for skiing and climbing. Field studies, because obviously when we go into the forest, it can be really, really muddy sometimes. Welly boots, these can be provided, so please don't go out and buy them if you don't need to. And a waterproof coat. If you can bring a bin bag for wet clothes and muddy gear, fab. The main thing is they don't need any technology. They're going to be so busy that by the time they get to 9 o'clock, the majority of children just flake out. And by day 2, they generally sleep quite well. On here, we've said they don't need any phones, don't need anything else, and also they don't need any money. There's nothing for them to buy there. So just a teddy or a book, if they want that for bedtime, that's absolutely fine. Lots of children do ask, can I keep the light on? In Calshot, all the bedrooms have like a piece of glass at the top of the window, so you can see out, and all of the night lights will be on down the corridor. So there'll always be the night lights on, so the children can see when if they want to get up and go to the toilet, but also gives a bit of light into the room. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. Okay, so let's stop sharing that one now, and I'll just share the last one with you. Let's share this one. Okay, so this is what I'll ask in regards to the medical form that I was talking about. It's just the main information that we will need if you decide to come with us to Calshot, and I really hope you do, because it's the best week. General bits about, you know, health and medical bits. If things change, I'll probably ask you to fill this in sort of September time. But obviously, if things change near November, that's absolutely fine, and we can edit and we can send things across. I just need to make sure that all the paperwork is up to date for Calshot side of things. The main thing on here is obviously to do with any extra information. This is really helpful for me and for the team to know, you know, if your child finds it a bit hard to sleep sometimes, if they sleepwalk, if they're a bit of a fussy eater, anything really that you think might seem a little bit silly. It really isn't. So please pop it on this part here, because this will really help us. Okay, so anything that you want, additional information, please pop it on here when this form comes to you. All right, and then obviously that's just general consent. The photographer, there's a fab photographer at Calshot. He's always there and takes amazing photos for their marketing. So if you want to be part of that, then, you know, obviously just put yes. But if you don't want to be, that's absolutely fine, and just pop them down as no. And then obviously you just need to sign it. Okay. Don't think there's anything else that I can think of in regards to what to share with you. We've gone through obviously the food, the accommodation, kit list, medical bits, little video. Like I said, do go online. Pricing wise, I believe it's going to be the same as this year, but I can never say for definite. I think it's about £290 each to go. That's obviously for your full week's package with from Monday to Friday. And if you are in receipt of pupil premium funding, then as a school we give £150 discount to that. So if you're not sure and you think you might be in receipt of pupil premium, please send me an email and I will send you the form so that you can have a little look online to see if you're eligible, and we can go from there. There are also a few charities that are fabulous in Andover and really do help out our family. So if you are struggling for whatever reason, please do give me a call or an email, and I will try my best to sort out so we can sort out the financial side of things. Because really we would love all of the year sixes to go in November. So that's it from me. If you do have any other questions, queries from your children or from yourselves, please do just give me an email and let me know. Thank you very much. Bye.